Check this out. Here's my story for you today. I inherited a 102-year-old sewing machine from Grandma last week. Thank you, Grandma. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about it because last week I had somebody come over for a house call because he knows how to repair machines like this. And then I did a little research project of my own, and I think I'm going to actually try and restore it myself. So I wanted to show you what I've got because I have a really funny thing that happened, and I think it was funnier in my head than in real life. I was cracking up, so I thought I'd have to tell you about it. So the motor on this, part of the reason why the motor goes on the back, you can't see it too well, it's 30 pounds, I'm not gonna pick it up right now. But the motor, the electrical cord is completely frayed, and so when he came over and saw it, he was like, oh, no, I can't touch that. I don't know how to rebuild motors. I'm not going to mess with the electric. Like, what I would like to do is put a band on it with a modern foot pedal and a more modern motor. And the reason why I'm a little disheartened by that is because these machines, the wheel turns clockwise like that. And the modern motors, like Singers and other modern machines, they turn the wheel counterclockwise. And this one, there's a wheel that attaches to the motor when the motor is inside its casing. And this wheel is what turns that wheel so that the needle can go up and down. So adding a band to it, you wouldn't need this necessarily for the motor. The motor is just going to help turn the wheel itself so that the band would go smoothly for the needle. So I didn't want to do that because I felt like it wasn't a good, accurate restoration. I wanted to make sure that it was as accurate as possible. The other thing is the foot pedal issue. And what I learned from Grandma was that this machine was actually modified. I don't know if you can see. This is a knee pedal, and it's on the left side, which is not common. I actually was doing more investigation, and there's two holes on this side. So it was built as a right-hand knee pedal, or a right leg knee pedal, but it was modified for a left knee pedal. And why that matters to me is because I also learned that great-grandma was left-handed, just like me. So I want to try and keep this as original as possible. So what I did instead was find a motor that was comparable from about the 1950s or so that turns clockwise. It's supposed to turn the right way. And it looks like it's super clean and super good to go. And the wiring is all intact. So I found that on eBay, which I bought last night. And then I found other wiring and I found an extra knee pedal. So I'm going to mount all of that, refurbish the wood, figure out how to degrease and clean all of the oil and gunk out of here. I already bought new needles and new bobbins. The bobbins on here are pretty unique. See, I did end up picking up the 30-pound machine. This is a weird like shuttle casing, and then it has a very specific size of metal bobbin that has to go underneath. So I found more of these. I found more needles. And we're gonna get this up and running again. And I'm gonna do it myself. So didn't plan for it, but here is another finishing the story. So excited. Oh, the joke that I was telling you about. When he told me that he didn't want to rebuild the motor, I said, well, okay, I guess this is our own experiment. Let's see if we can figure out what this motor is about. So my husband, of course, put on his headlamp and he was like, let's figure this out. That's not what he planned for, but it is what happened. So what I ended up doing was unscrewing the casing. This is the original motor. Kind of went on the back of the machine like that. You can see how the electrical wire is all frayed. And what happened was this casing had like a spring-loaded, this is like a little piece of wood or like a charcoal that you put sewing machine oil on it. But then the spring loads in that hole like that with a screw. So when I unscrewed it, I didn't realize there was a spring underneath, and the screw went bring on both sides. And I thought that I was going to prevent it from happening the second time. I didn't. So we had a heck of a time last weekend trying to find these tiny screws that were supposed to go on top of the spring. So we were joking around all weekend that Mama had 2 screws loose. And that's the joke. Okay, have a good day.